Hi. If you have a child who is a little bit obsessed with being online or suffering from a little bit of internet addiction, then this is one video that you're going to get a lot out of, so I recommend that you listen quite closely. Because right here I'm going to share with you my top tip for helping your child through, or your children through, internet addiction. So my name is Ruth Deering, I'm from Peaceful Digital Parenting. The reason that I can share this tip with you is because I too am a mum. I have two sons. One of my sons did become addicted with online games, and I was able to help him through it to the point that now he's no longer addicted. He can play on his games in moderation, and we don't have any problems anymore as we did in terms of getting him off those games and also managing the amount of time that he spends playing online. So he has a healthy balance between his online and offline world, and that's what I want to help you get as well with your children, because I understand the whole internet addiction thing and how it's tearing families apart. Let me just explain a little bit about my situation and why I can help you, or how I can help you with this problem of internet addiction. See, my son, when he was 6 or 7 years old, became very obsessed with Pokemon. And this is well before Pokemon Go, nothing to do with that. This is just the original Pokemon game. He was very much into playing the game. It completely dominated his mind. So if he could, he would be on it 24/7, whether he was playing on a DS or an iPad, or watching shows on TV, or even reading books. And reading books in themselves, I guess that was the only positive that came from it, was that he was reading. So if you know anything about Pokemon, and most online games that our kids become obsessed with have this feature in common. In particular with Pokemon, it's a very complex game. There's an awful lot to it, and I think this is what attracted my son to it, because he's quite bright, he's quite an intelligent boy, is that it's such a complex game. There are so many characters involved, there's different worlds, there's a lot to know about each character, there's quite a lot to it, and it's almost like speaking a whole new language, or it is really like speaking a whole new language. So if you don't know anything about Pokemon, it sounded to me, when my son was talking about it, and it was really all he wanted to talk about, I really couldn't understand much of what he was saying. And to be honest, I didn't really care. I didn't really care to understand what it was that he was talking about. It didn't make any sense to me. I was busy doing my own thing, and I really had no interest about learning anything about Pokemon. What do I care about Pokemon, right? So what I learned through this experience was that while I was pretty clearly showing no interest in the game itself, and what my son was clearly very interested in, unintentionally, what I was communicating to my son was that I had no interest in this game that was so important in his life. And that kind of translated into I had no interest in him. So the way my son looked at it, and he probably didn't do this consciously, this would have been on a subconscious level, but he felt that I didn't respect him, that I wasn't listening to him, and that I really didn't care about what was going on in his life. And our children mimic us. So whether we like it or not, we know that our kids copy us. No doubt you would have heard your kids come out with things that sound exactly like what you would say, and sometimes it makes you cringe, but we know that that's what happens, okay? Your kids are going to copy you. So if you're making it pretty clear that you're not interested in this thing, this game, whatever it is that they're obsessed with online, then they're going to pick up on that, and they're not going to be particularly interested in anything that you have to say. Because why should they be interested in you when you're not interested in them? So the top tip that I have for helping children through internet addiction, and it's certainly helped me, and I know it's helped other people too, is to get involved with what it is that your children are actually addicted to. So understand the game they're playing, understand the site they're on, enough so that you can ask them questions about it, you can have conversations, you can start to really get into their world, and you can communicate with them on their level. Because it's only when you communicate with your children on their level that they can start opening up to you, that you can start breaking down those barriers that have come up between you, and that you can actually start making your progress to start helping your child or your children through this problem that is internet addiction. So that's something that helped me enormously. I'm sure that it will help you if you're doing what I did and showing zero interest in what it is that your kids are doing and what they're actually becoming obsessed with. So if you found that helpful, and I really hope that you did, then please feel free to share this video, like it, and the more people that we can help with this, the better. This is a huge problem. It certainly isn't your fault in any way, shape, form. If your children have become addicted, it's just the way that society is becoming, obviously. Our kids are getting more and more into technology, and so we just need to know how to deal with that. So if you'd like some more tips on how to deal with that, there's plenty on my site, which is childrenandtechnology.com. So you can check it out there, and I'll speak to you soon. So this is Ruth Deering, Peaceful Digital Parenting. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you soon.